Let's say we're building an application and we want to allow the user to draw something on a canvas. So here we're going to have classes like circle, rectangle, and so on. Now, all these classes should have some common properties like color, size, position, and so on. So let's define these common properties and methods in a shape class. So we define a new class called shape and give it a constructor with one parameter for now called color of type string. Now, here we should also have a method called render for rendering the shape. Now, here's the thing. At this point, we don't know how to render a shape because the rendering algorithm really depends on the type of the shape. So here we have to create another class like circle that extends the shape class. Now here we need a constructor. Let's add two parameters here. Every circle needs a radius, so public radius of type number. We also need color to pass to the base class. But note that here I didn't add the public keyword because we already defined this property in the base class, okay? So in this constructor, we simply use the super keyword to call the constructor of the base class and pass the color. Good? Now, in the circle class, we simply type render and press enter. And VS Code automatically creates this function signature for us. So note that it automatically added the override keyword. So we don't have to remember to add it, okay? Now, here we can simply log and say rendering a circle. So the actual algorithm for drawing a circle is implemented here. Now, similarly, we could have other classes like rectangle, triangle, and so on. And in all these classes, we implement the render method, okay? Now, there is a problem in this implementation. Let's look at that problem. So with our current implementation, we can create a shape object with the red color and call its render method. Now, why is this a problem? Well, what does it mean to render a shape? This doesn't really make sense. We shouldn't be able to render a shape because shape is not a real thing like a circle. This is where we use abstract classes and methods. So if you want to stop us from being able to create an instance of the shape class, we mark this class as abstract. So on the top, before the class keyword, we type abstract. And with this, we're telling the TypeScript compiler that this class is abstract or simple or not ready. So another class like circle has to extend it. Okay. Now, with this, if we try to create an instance of a shape, we get a compilation error saying cannot create an instance of an abstract class. Okay. So an abstract class is like an uncooked meal. It's not ready. Another class has to extend it. Now, quite often in abstract classes, we have abstract methods. And these are methods that have no implementation. There's really no way for us to implement them, just like the render method here. So here we prefix the render method with abstract as well. Now we get a compilation error saying method render cannot have an implementation because it's marked abstract. So we have to remove the braces and terminate this line with a semicolon. Now we still have another error saying render which lacks return type annotation implicitly has an any return type. So here we need to annotate the return type, which should be void. Okay? So now we have an abstract class with an abstract method. Remember that abstract methods can only exist inside abstract classes. So if you remove the abstract keyword from here, we get a compilation error saying abstract methods can only appear within an abstract class. Okay? So this is all about abstract classes and methods.